Hey guys, I was going to do a tool review. I got a recent shipment from MSC, and I thought I'd do this is a knockoff Noga, and this is a Noga. This is of course an offshore unit. And I'm going to loosen them both up, and both have you know, they got good freedom and mobility. The Asian one, when you release it, sometimes the ball sticks and you got to kind of snap it loose and get it working again. And when you rotate it around and get a good look at the ball, it'll have spots in it where it's been kind of embedded into the rod or whatever that locks that up. And you know, and when you do lock it up like this, it still takes just here. I'm just use my pinky here. It's still just it can break loose very easily, just with the slightest amount of pressure. And this little base has been pissing me off for a long time. Now the Noga, God, when you release this one, she goes limp on all three axes, and just got a really nice range of motion. And when you lock it up, and here I'm still going to use about the same amount of pressure I did on the Asian one, but you know, here's my pinky again. You know, I'm going to move that mag base before I move this. Yep, see the mag base is moving before the indicator mount actually does anything. Now this is on just one of those, just a mini magnetic base, little tiny thing. And this arm used to be in this base, so I pulled it out and checked the Noga threads, and they were the same as these threads, although the threads inside this block weren't great. I did red Loctite them in. So that's a done deal, and I don't worry about that moving away from me. But yeah, just the Noga, and when it releases, I'm just going to release this. Watch what happens to all three axes. We got free range of motion in all three when you release. So that tells me all these little balls and clevises in here are all hardened steel, and they don't get any, you know, they don't get any little burrs or anything on them that can catch. Because this guy here, if I lock down here and then I release, now I've got two axes loose, but now my head is still locked, and I have to, there, and now I can get that ball moving. And like I say, if I roll that thing around and take a good look at it, I can see a bunch of marks and stuff on the back side of that ball. So that tells me that they don't do their hardening and tempering the same way these guys do. But that's just a quick tool review of the Asian imports against the genuine Noga. And for, you know, dimensionally, these things are identical. I mean, they just look the same in the arm's length and the way they've done the bolts and everything. But there's just something about that Noga quality. These are Israeli made, which I found very interesting. And I did go ahead and get the fine adjust on mine. I don't know if you can see that head there, just slightly moving, and that's been nice. I've already used that feature a couple of times, and the Noga's got something kind of interesting. If I release it out here, you can do the two different size round mounts, but then it also has the little dovetail mount there, and this little guy swings all the way around, so I could dovetail it down, straight out, up, or I could have either size of my round mounts if I want to put the little spindle on the back of my test indicator. So that's a pretty neat feature on that. So that's the end of this tool review. And if you guys are interested, MSC has these on sale, and if you spend more than $150, you get a code for 25% off, and it can be applied against the Noga arms. Here, I'm going to show you another one that I got just specifically for the mill, and show you that one here coming up next. Okay, and here's another Noga attachment that I got, and this one's kind of neat. It's got I wasn't sure what size this little spindle was, but I checked it, and it's actually 5/16 round, so it'll fit in a 5/16 collet, which isn't really convenient. But you know what? It fits in a chuck too. And if you stick this in a chuck, Gosh, you know, you could use this thing to tram. You could use it to tram your vise in. I mean, we've got good, same locking. That thing is really solid there. I'm not getting any movement there at all. So, and it's got a really nice wide sweep there. But we can also release, and again, all three axes go very limp. And we could, you know, mount like this, and maybe, you know, align the head so we can check north, south, east, and west there. This way, we could use it. We can double it back over itself and get around in a hole maybe. Well, maybe we got a big, a large hole that we need to sweep and get on there, but we could index over a nice big round hole. So that I got this one specifically for the mill because you can do so many things with it. But what a nice arm. And the same thing, it's got the little fine adjust right there. I'll try to get out of the way so you can see that. There's fine adjust there. And just what a smooth action. You just don't know until you've actually experienced one, you know, how nice they really are. But like I said, tramming your vise or checking your head tilt and sweeping the table with it, or sweeping a hole and getting over a hole, I can see this thing getting used quite a bit. And I'll probably keep this in my kit when I go out and do shaft alignments on pumps and blowers and things like that. But this is a good little arm, and it's available by itself. You don't need, I mean, you're not going to get it with a mag base or anything like that. This is, I'll show you everything you're going to get right here. You get the test indicator off of there. There's the whole Mary Ann. That's the way it's going to come right there. But very impressed with the action and the movement on this thing, and how nicely it locks up when you and just such little effort it takes to bring that thing down, and how firm those the balls pull into the sockets there. So yeah, Noga's a very nice little unit. Pretty impressed. And the same day my MSC order showed up, something else came from my buddy Herb Blair out there in Texas. And let's just see what we got here. I got a note. Stan, please accept this small token of my appreciation for your friendship, Herb. Well, Herb, this is very nice, and I don't even know what it is yet. So, was just the note's nice enough. You don't have to send me anything. I got some paper towels. That's good because it's pretty darn hot here. And let's see. Oh, I got a hammer. Look at that. He sent Tom one, and I kind of remember he said it was rosewood or some of that Texas ironwood they got down there. But what a great little hammer. And actually I've been thinking about buying a little tiny nylon one for doing my fussy little square work. A lot of times I'll have to make a correction on a square. Anyways, let me show you that hammer, and I'm going to show you what. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to show you what I do with the. There are times in this toolmaker's vise that I need to make an adjustment on maybe across the hypotenuse, or make an adjustment on the 90 or something, and I'll just drop a square in like this, and all I want to do is just tap it around. Oh, and that's just a nice little size for that. And I've been using, actually I've got a little brass hammer, kind kind of small. It's way heavier than this, and this is just the right amount of hit. You know, you just don't want a lot of hit to move that thing around, because you're only talking, you're moving it a thou or two. So I think this is a perfect set to my surface plate, and I'm going to keep it over there with my surface plate. So Herb, thank you very much for the hammer. That's a perfect size. I'm going to keep it over the surface plate for making adjustments on little fussy things, you know, when I just need to smack it around a little bit. All right, thanks for watching.